up, my people? In this video, we're going to be tackling the topic of polynomial division. This topic can be a little bit, not necessarily challenging, but kind of confusing, I guess. So let's jump right in. I'm going to give you a few steps, and then we're going to do a couple of questions. The first two questions will have no remainder, and then the second two questions will have a remainder, okay? So I'm going to call these steps for polynomial division. If you're struggling, you're going to make sure you keep these steps handy. And step one, divide your first number by your first number. We'll talk about what that means in a minute. Step two, you're going to write the answer of that in the correct column. So yeah, this says write answer in correct column. Number three is multiply whatever you get back to both numbers. Step four is now we're going to change the sign. Step five, we're going to combine and drop down. And step six, repeat all these steps, but using your answer you got I messed that whole but using the answer from number 5. Okay? All right, we're going to jump right in. If you're still writing, just pause the video. All right, here we go. This is our first one. So we're going to go ahead and put the k plus 7 over here. And we're going to put k to the 5th plus 3 k to the 4th minus 21 k cubed plus 52 k squared plus 14k minus 49. All right, first things first. I have to figure out, the first step says divide the first number by the first number. In other words, k to the 5th divided by k is just going to be k to the 4th. And I'm going to write that on top of k to the 4th. That's going to go there. Okay? And that's where step 2 comes in. It says write your answer in the correct column. So that is the answer, and it's in the correct column. I want to keep all of my stuff organized, okay? And then step 3 says multiply back to both numbers. So I did my dividing. That was 1. Placing k to the 4th was number 2. Now I'm going to multiply this k times all of this. So k times k to the 4 is k to the 5. Or k to the 5th. K to the 4th times 7 is 7k to the 4. All that was positive. The very next step says to change your signs. Change your sign, change your sign. Now we're going to combine. In other words, add. This is going to cancel out. 3k to the 4th minus 7k to the 4th is going to leave us with negative 4k to the 4th. And then this is going to drop down. Minus 21k cubed. Okay? Next step, it says We got to repeat that same process. So now we're going to do minus k, negative 4k to the fourth divided by k is going to be negative 4k cubed. Negative 4k cubed times k is going to be negative, let me erase this line really quick, negative 4k to the fourth. And then this negative 4k cubed times 7 is going to be a negative 28k cubed. But now we go in and change the signs. Change that, change that. This is going to cancel. And then negative 21k cubed plus negative 21k cubed plus 28k cubed is going to be 7k cubed. Then this 52k squared comes down. Then I got to figure out, I'm looking here now, 7k cubed divided by k. That's going to be 7k squared. 7k squared times k is 7k cubed. 7k squared times 7 is going to be 49. I don't want to put this plus yet. 49k squared. Go through, change your signs. That'll cancel out. 52k squared minus 49k squared is 3k squared. This has to come straight down. And then from here, 3k squared divided by k is going to be 3k. 3k times k is 3k squared. 3k times 7 is going to be 21k. Go through, change your signs. So 14k, oh, this cancels out, sorry. 14k minus 21k is going to be negative 7k. Bring down the 49. And now finally, k times what is negative 7k? That's negative 7. Negative 7 times k is negative 7k. Negative 7 times a positive 7 is negative 49. Go through, change your signs. Everything cancels out. We end up with 0 at the end. So our final answer is going to be all the stuff that's written right here. So this is the final answer. Okay? That's what you will write down. And something I want to point out really quick while we're here is I want you to notice that when we're doing our math, for example, this right here, negative 4, end up being our next term. The 7 end up being our next term. The 3 end up being our next term. And the negative 7 ends up being the next term. And what I meant by keeping it organized, you notice all of this in this area. The fourths are here, the cubes are here, the squares are here, and so on. So that's how you can kind of stay organized. All right, let's jump to the next one. Okay, so let's go ahead. But now, this one up here, the coefficient was 1. In other words, there was no number in front of k. Now we have a number in front. That can change things, but it's not that much more difficult. All right, here we go. 8n plus 8. And then it's going to go 8n to the fourth minus 72n cubed minus 40n squared plus 56n plus 16. All right. So now we got to figure out 8n times what gives us 8n to the fourth. That's just going to be n cubed. N cubed times 8n is going to be 8n to the fourth. N cubed times 8 is still 8n cubed. We go through. We have to change the signs. I'll leave this. Change. This goes away. Negative 72n cubed minus 8n cubed is negative 80n cubed. Drop down the negative 40n squared. Okay? Now, what we have to do is figure out, now we're going back over here, 8n times what gives us this 80n cubed? Well, 8 times negative 10 is going to give us the 80. And if I divide n cubed divided by n, I'll end up with n squared. So negative 10n squared times 8n is going to be negative 80n cubed. And then negative 10n squared times 8 is going to be negative 80n squared. Go through, change your signs. This cancels. And now I got negative 40n squared plus 80n squared. That's going to leave us with a positive 40n squared. Drop down the next thing. Plus 56n. Okay? So I got to go back over here. I'm back here now. 8 times what is 40? That's 5. And then n squared divided by n is just going to be n. If you notice, our next term, pretty much, our next term matches what's next. That's all up in that area. Okay? And then, sorry about that. So, 5n times 8n is 40n squared. 5n times 8 is 40n. Change the signs. These will cancel. 56n minus 40n is going to leave us with 16n. That's going to come down. And then 8n times what is 16n? That's a positive 2. 2 times 8n is 16n. 2 times 8 is 16. Go through, change your signs. Everything cancels. Answer is 0. So our final answer is all this stuff. N cubed minus 10n squared plus 5n plus 2. All right. So both of these had no remainder. The very first question had a coefficient of 1. In other words, the number right here was 1. There's no number there, aka that's 1. But now here, the coefficient was 8. Now these next two, we're going to have remainders. We're going to do one with the coefficient and one without, and they both will have remainders. So let's jump right in so we can get through this. All right, so I got v plus 3 9v cubed plus 24v squared minus 14v minus 11. So it's exactly the same steps. There's only one thing that changes at the end. V, so I'm looking at my first numbers. V times what is 9v cubed? And that's going to be 9v squared. 9v squared times 9v is 9v cubed. 9v squared times 3 is going to be 27v squared. Change the signs. That's going to cancel. 24v squared minus 27v is negative 3v squared. I'm going to go ahead and drop down this negative 14v. Now, v times what is negative 3v squared? Negative 3v. Negative 3v times v is negative 3v squared. And then negative 3v times that 3 in the front, I'm looking over here. Negative 3v times that 3 in the front is going to be negative 9v. Going to go through, change the signs. That goes away. Negative 14v plus 9v is going to be 5v. And I'm going to drop down this 11. V times what is 5v? That's going to be 5. 5 times v is 5v. 5 times 3 is 15. Okay? Then I'm going to go through and, oh, sorry, I made one slight mistake. This should be negative 5v because negative 14 plus 9 is negative 5, which means this needs to be negative 5 because I need these to match. So negative 5 times v is negative 5v. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. All right, there we go. Now I go through and change the signs. Change, change. That goes away. Now I'm left here with 4. All right, this is where the remainder part comes in. All you do is you take this number. If it's a negative, you put minus. If it's a positive, you put plus. Plus, you're going to put 4 over here. And then you're going to write this under it. That's it. That is all. All you have to do is take this number. If it's a positive, you put plus. If it's minus, you put negative. And then you just write whatever was at the beginning under it like a fraction, as a fraction, and then you're done. Let's do one more. Okay, let's do this one. 7v minus 10. So 7v to the 5th minus 52v to the 4th plus 18v cubed minus 3v squared plus 97v minus 2. All right, 7v times what is 7v to the 5th? Well, 7 times 1 is the 7 part. And v times v to the 4th is going to be 7v to the 5th. Okay? 7v to the 4th. 7v to the 4th up here is 7v to the 5th. I'm going to take that v to the 4th, multiply it times the negative 10. That's going to be negative 10v to the 4th. Again, I just multiply this times both of those. Okay? Now, go through, change your signs. Change, change. That goes away. And negative 52v to the fourth plus 10v to the fourth is going to be negative 42v to the fourth. And then this is going to be plus 18v cubed. Now I have to figure out 7v times what will give me this negative 42v to the fourth. Well, 7 times negative 6 is going to give us the negative 42. And considering I'm right over the cubes, I can kind of go ahead and jot that cube in there. If you've noticed, they keep going down by 1 power every time. So when I multiply that negative 6v cubed times 7, I'm going to get negative 42v to the fourth. And then that negative 6v cubed times that 10 is going to be negative 60v cubed. I'm going to change the signs. Okay? And then sorry, that is not negative 60. That's going to be positive 60. Negative 6 times negative 10 is positive 60. Now I'm going to change my sign to the negative 60. Thought something looked weird. Okay. Negative 60 plus 18 is going to be, let's see, negative 60. My brain ain't working. Negative 60 plus 18 is, ta-da, negative 42. V cubed, drop down this negative 3v squared. Now I got to do this negative 7 to get into this. Negative 7 times what is negative 42? That's going to be a negative 6 again. And we're going to end up with v squared. Negative 6v squared times 7 is negative 42. V cubed. And then negative 6v squared times negative 10 is going to be a positive 60. V squared. Go ahead and change those signs. This disappears. Negative 3v squared minus 60v squared is negative 63v squared. Cool. Go ahead and drop this 97v down. Okay. And then back over here, this negative 7. Sorry, that 7 times what is negative 63v? That's going to be negative 9v. Negative 9v times 7 is negative 63v squared. And then that negative 9v times negative 10 is going to be positive 90v. Now we got to go through and go ahead and change the signs. Change that sign, change the sign. And then positive 97v minus 90v is going to be a total of 7v. Drop the negative 2. Okay. 7v times, and then the last thing we're going to end up with, this 7v is going to be a positive 1 because 7v goes into 7v one time. So 1 times 7v is that 7v. 1 times that negative 10 is negative 10. Change the sign. negative 2 plus 10 is going to be a positive 8. Can that 7 go in there? No. So how do we write our remainder? So since this is a positive 8, we put plus 8, and then we put it over whatever we were dividing by in the beginning. Okay? Hopefully, this video helps a little bit. If you need to go back and rewatch it, do that. If you have any questions, make sure you holler at me or holler at your teacher. All right? Have a good one.